Okay, now we are going to actually now we are in the redundancy topic. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the third one, redundancy. It is the one of the data mining, data integration issue. Here we are having three issues are there in, while performing the data integration. Okay, within that, redundancy is the one of the among them. The first one and second one already we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, in today's class, we are going to discuss about redundancy, right? Yes. Redundancy. What is redundancy here? Redundancy in the sense, okay, it may be a duplicate one. Okay, redundant data means the duplicate data. The duplicate data may occur, okay, while going to join the more than one table into a single table. Now we are going to perform merging of multiple number of databases into a single databases, isn't it? In data integration, we are going to perform merging of multiple number of databases data into a single database. While doing that such kind of operation, okay, there is a chance to get redundancy, which means we may get the redundant attributes. Redundant attributes or redundant data, okay, would occur while integrating a multiple databases here. So here there are two kinds of redundancies may occur in data integration. The first one is a object identification. So object identification in the sense, the same attribute or object may have different names in different databases. Okay. If one attribute or one object may have different names in different databases, such kind of objects you should identify before going to merge that databases into a single database, right? For example, here we are having two tables. Table 1 has roll number, name, and gender. Table 1 has three fields: roll number, name, and gender. And table 2, if you will observe the table 2 has the roll number and roll number. Okay, same. Second one is name, and third one is this is gender and this is sex. Whenever you are going to combine or merge these two tables data, then the output of the resultant table is like this: roll number, name, gender, and sex. But in real time, these two, gender and sex, both are the same, isn't it? But these are the different names. If you will merge like this, so you may get the duplicate column names or field names. See here, the same attribute or object may have different names in different databases. You need to identify this kind of attributes before going to merge the data. Otherwise, okay, this table may got redundancy. If you didn't identify this kind of objects in the tables, merging tables, then okay, the table may be redundant one for gender and sex. This is the one of the problem here. And coming to the second problem, the second problem is derivable data, which means one attribute may be derived attribute in another table. Example, okay, it may be annual revenue or otherwise. If you will observe this table, okay, for example, if I will observe this table has employee ID, name, clear, and third column is month salary and fourth column is year income. Okay, actually there is no need of year income column here. Why? Because if you have the okay individual month salaries, then automatically we may calculate the year's income of a particular employee, isn't it? Okay, this year income is a derived attribute from month salary. Okay, if you will take one table in this manner also, okay, this is also one of the redundant one. Okay, one attribute is derived from another attribute means there is no need of no need to mention such kind of attribute in a table. If you will put, I mean, if you will consider that one also, the table may be the table size of the table may be increased. Okay, place is also waste, isn't it? So because of these reasons, you should avoid the okay derived attributes. Derived attributes, isn't it? Not only this, if you will take the date of birth and the age, if you have in a single table means, for example, take the same table and this employee has again two columns, more two columns. Those two columns is one is DOB and one is okay. One is date of birth DOB and the second one is age. If we have these two fields means, what is the need of having these two fields? This is age and this is date of birth, assume that. So here, if you take date of birth is enough instead of taking both age and date of birth, isn't it? Better to take only date of birth, no need of age column. Remove this one. If you have a month income data means no need of year income data. You can calculate based on this month income, isn't it? Better to avoid this column also from the table. Then you will reduce the redundancy. If you will avoid this kind of columns fields from your table, then the you can reduce your table redundancy, isn't it? Why? Because the age is derived from date of birth, right? You need to identify this kind of attributes also. This is the second problem, I mean second kind of redundancy. Is it clear? And next one here, now we are going to discuss about handling of redundancy in data integration. If you have such kind of problems, redundant problems, while you are going while performing the data integration, how to handle those redundancies? For handling of such kind of redundancies, here we are having okay identifying of or detection of okay some redundancies. If you want to identify the redundancies by following two analyses. First one is correlation analysis, second one is covariance analysis here. Okay, to handle redundancy here we are having okay two kinds of techniques are there. What is the first one? Correlation analysis. What is the second one? Covariance analysis. Again, the correlation analysis can be divided in between okay two types. I mean, based on the data. The correlation analysis for nominal data. Here we have discussed in earlier classes about the types of data. Nominal data, ordinal data, numeric data, binary data. Okay, we have discussed about the types of data which can be handled by a data mining, isn't it? So here we are having in data integration, we are going to consider about two data. First one is nominal data. Second one is numeric attributes data. Nominal data in the sense categorical type of data. Categorical type of data is called a nominal data, which means anything we can be represented by using a names or categories. For example, if you take the attribute name is color, the attribute name is color. Which kind of data that particular attribute has? The color attribute has red color, blue color, green color. These are the datas. White color, black color, isn't it? Okay. Or otherwise, if you take the column result. Okay. Second example is result is the another attribute in a table or column name. So what kind of data that result has? It may be a pass or fail, isn't it? The result in the sense you have either pass or fail. Or otherwise, if you take example 3, if you're going for any medical test, that may be positive or negative. This kind of data representations coming under a nominal data. Nominal data in the sense the representation of categorical data is called nominal data. Okay, categorical data is called nominal data here. What is numeric data? Numeric data in the sense just it's like a representation of okay. Numeric, what is numeric data here? Numeric data in the sense just representation of data in the form of numbers or real numbers. Okay, just integer values or float values are coming under a numeric attributes and the numeric data. Suppose if you want to analysis categorical kind of data, then you are going to perform a chi-square test. It's not x square, actually it is in like this symbol. I mean some wait a moment. This is a little bit like x symbol, but it's not x, isn't it? Chi-square test. Okay, first one we will take for chi-square test kind of test for identifying the nominal data redundancies. For identifying the nominal categorical data redundancies. Okay, this is one of the correlation. This is one of the correlation analysis. And correlation analysis is okay. We are going to apply the same correlation analysis for numeric data also. Okay, correlation analysis is applied for nominal data and numeric data both. But covariance analysis only is going to apply for numeric data only. It's not supported the nominal data. Is it clear? So I'm repeating again, there are two kinds of detection methodologies are there. Okay, two kinds of detection methodologies are there. The first one is correlation analysis. Second one is covariance analysis. First one is correlation analysis and second one is covariance analysis. Correlation analysis is performed for two kinds of data. Correlation analysis is performed for two kinds of data. First one is nominal data. Okay. Second one is numeric. Second one is numeric data. Correlation analysis is performed on nominal data and numeric data. Okay. Covariance analysis is only performed for numeric data only. Okay. This is the second one. Covariance test is performed only for numeric data only. These are the two tests. What is the first one here? First one is chi-square test. Here, whenever we are going for the chi-square test for nominal data, a correlation between two attributes. Whenever we are going here, we are going to know about what is the correlation between the two attributes, isn't it? So correlation between two attributes, if A and B, okay, can be discovered by a chi-square test. By using chi-square test, we are going to find out the correlation between the two attributes. Okay, isn't it? How we are going to calculate? By using this formula, chi-square test equal to sigma, which means summation observed number of values minus expected values by expected values. Mean whole to the power of observed minus expected whole square by expected number of values. If you will calculate the values under this, then we'll get the result. How, whether the two attributes are how much correlated with one another. How much correlated with one another. If this chi-square value is okay more, then this chi-square value is the more, then those two attributes are correlated very largely. If it is less, those are not correlated. Those two are the different variable itself. Okay, if you observe attribute A and attribute B, attribute A values minus attribute A with attribute A and attribute B, here we are going to calculate two attribute correlationship, isn't it? After applying this formula into your A and B values, then if that result is more, chi-square value is higher value, then the two attributes may be correlated. If not, those two attributes are not correlated much. Okay, if we'll take one example here. Okay, here if you'll observe this one, calculation of chi-square value and assume play chess is one attribute and not play chess is another attribute. Here we are having attribute A, play chess is attribute A and not play chess is attribute B here. And these play chess is, here we are having two value, one is observed, one is expected. Observed is 250 and expected is, here we have expected is 90. For each and every one, each and every attribute, here we are having observed values 250, 50, 200 and 1000 are the observed values, which means real values. And 90, 210, 360, 840, these are the expected values, whichever we are expected values. Both observed values and expected values are mentioned in a single cell itself. In this example, okay, here I have written these expected and observed values for a single attribute, okay, mentioned within the same cell itself, isn't it? If you take play chess, okay, whoever playing chess, they like science fiction, okay, if you calculate by using this chi-square equal to 250 minus 90 whole square by 90. What is 250 here? 250 is observed values minus 90 is expected values whole square by 90 plus coming to the this one who are going to play chess, those are not like science fiction. So for them, we are going to write the formula. I mean, we are going to write the values like this. This is the first one. Observed minus expected whole square by expected. So in the same manner, we have written all the, this is the play. This is first one. Play chess is first attribute. Second attribute is not play chess. For not play chess also, we have take the values like this. Finally, after calculating these, we'll get the result of 507. So here, whenever we'll get this result, 507, it shows that like science fiction and play chess are correlated in the group. Which mean things are correlated here. This the like science fiction and play chess, both are here correlated, isn't it? So like this, you are going to calculate the chi-square calculation, right? And in next class, we are going to take another example for chi-square calculation. Okay, now the time is up.